Thanks for checking in the When I'm Not Podcasting, which I hope all of you that watch this show on YouTube are subscribing, liking, and sharing what you are catching here on the program. And for those of you listening on the audio end, I hope you are subscribing to the show. Please pass the word along. I'm so glad of the audience that gets to catch this program on a regular basis. So please do that. And also, if you want to help out this program, I don't have enough, people to go ahead and subscribe on YouTube to monetize. And I have other ways to try to monetize this program. But the easiest way you help out is by going to kingofamazon.com. It's just an Amazon affiliate code. So when you buy your Amazon stuff, just go through kingofamazon.com. And then I automatically will get some kind of a commission for whatever you buy on Amazon. And for me, I'm a big Amazon guy, okay? I have an Amazon Fire tablet, Amazon Fire stick, and I have an Amazon Tap. So I have so much Amazon plus Amazon Prime. I'm a big Amazon guy. So if you like it as much as I do, please use kingofamazon.com when you make your next purchase on Amazon. And please share the word and share the link. Bella Thorne. This pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. I think it's kind of funny. Now, what I don't like about the story is the fact that the sex workers are getting screwed as a result of this because OnlyFans decided to go ahead and respond back to what happened here. That is unfortunate. Right off the bat, I will say that of what she did with her OnlyFans page. Now, I'm going to talk all about this because there's been a lot of things that have happened in just the last couple of days. We're going to go through the whole thing right now. So, Bella Thorne, if you didn't know, you might have known that everybody would have been familiar with Bella Thorne, who's only 22 years old, a young 22-year-old actress, director, singer, and model. So she was first noticed on the Disney Channel series Shake It Up, which ran from 2010 to 2013. So you caught Bella Thorne, if you were watching that show not too long ago, that means you were catching her when she was between the ages of 13 and 16. Very formidable years. And with that said, you're seeing Bella Thorne at an age where a lot of kids that are up now in their 20s and 30s that might have just gotten themselves so caught up into, let's just say, might be the ones that go and play Fortnite, might be the ones that played Minecraft before that, or might have just played a lot of different games, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. There's a lot of guys that are into the fact that, oh, wow, ooh. They were gotten the same thing where Zendaya was also in the same show, right? And there's a feel of, two cute girls growing up into adulthood, and as the guys, in the same way, there's a little bit of a sexualization, of which Disney Channel is also a culprit of, okay? Look at the girls that come from Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, and then you see what happens with them when they grow up. Because we see them initially in such a young, impressionable, innocent age. But obviously, being in Hollywood, these young girls become teen idols and instantly become sexualized pretty quickly. And then they start discovering themselves, and then they all kind of play themselves out. We look at what happened with Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. Okay, we can look at what Miley Cyrus did in a more current case, right? Or you could say the same thing for Selena Gomez. They all went through a certain route where they became where they came from, right? From Disney Channel or Nickelodeon, when you can talk about Victoria Justice or Ariana Grande, right? Those kind of things happen, and all of a sudden, here we go. These girls that have been like fantasies to some of the guys that are out there, no wonder they're going to buy into what's going on. They're already simping on her Instagram page, of which Bella Thorne has, if I'm right, she has quite an extensive Instagram following. Plus, wherever else she's on. She's 23.7 million followers as today. She still does some movies, and she does a bunch of other things in modeling and this and that. And you can definitely tell that if you look at all her pictures, she's definitely gone in a lot of different changes to her look. You see her music videos, you see her in a lot of different things where she's definitely opened herself up to everything. Like everybody knows her, and they see what she's doing, and she's very open to herself. So she's open to her sexuality. She's open to a lot of different things. And she's definitely not afraid of opening up about herself in video and whatever she does. It's what happens. And with her also, we've seen her change and obviously get much more sexualized. You see some of the videos that she does. She throws herself in bikinis and outfits and all, and just really has gone that other level. Plus, also, she's a bit woke. She's definitely into LGBTQ rights, and she's definitely kind of been spoken a little bit outspoken on the, not so much in the Black Lives Matter route, but she's talked in areas about police brutality amongst blacks. So she has getting herself out there and definitely noticed. So you see all this going on here, and then you say, okay, she decides to then take her debut in OnlyFans and overnight starts making major bucks. So everything starts off with a story from Daily Mail, that she's already worth $1 million in one day by going on to OnlyFans. She started charging $16 to subscribers a month plus tips. And so far, at the beginning, she started putting up very tame bikini and hot dog eating pictures, very little different from her public Instagram. So she set a new record, and this is following in the footsteps of celebrities like Cardi B that went on to make $2 million by the end of the week. So fans who've already familiarized themselves with Bella's Instagram account may find themselves seeing a case of deja vu, as many of the exact snaps posted there appear on her OnlyFans. Now, I don't know how many people she has on her last count. At the moment, it was around 80,000, probably much more right now, for subscriptions to her account. And at the moment, the only nude currently in existence on her personalized site runs more along the lines of a shade of lipstick. So she charges fans for access to her content in tiers: $16 for 30 days, $51 for 3 months, and $102 for 6 months. So again, she does, again, it's whoever's helping her out with this, obviously is putting out the tiers, making it try to be very, really, you got to be a real simp to say you want to go and fork down $100 to see the hope that you see Bella actually in different outfits and different things, and she'll do things that her audience will ask her for, right? To whatever they're going to get off on. Okay. But the thing is, this is a pure end of simping. Okay. She knows that when people look at, when guys or girls look at her, this is the fantasy girl they think of. Shake It Up. They think of the Disney Channel girl, okay? Regardless of how she's changed herself up, she's added nose rings, or she's changed her hair color, or she's added tats, whatever there might be. And you notice that she does a lot of things to change her look up as well. When you look at another thing I can tell you a lot about with her is that as soon as she went to OnlyFans, also because of some of her work, she'll then glam herself back up, and then she'll put herself back into a point where, she puts herself looking her best, really her mainstream best, and then put herself out there and say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and look at what she's doing, because for a while she didn't even have, reddish blonde hair, but she has it once again. And for a while, she changed her look a couple different ways. She's kept it blonde. She's had different colors. She's definitely had herself look, well, sometimes without makeup, sometimes with, and definitely just knows she likes to change herself around a lot. That's fine. Now, here's the one thing that she did that really pissed people off. Because she did. If you look at the videos and you look at what she's looked like, I see some of the pictures so far. Listen, they're cute. They're glamorous pictures. She's a pretty girl. No doubt about it. But then you look at what she's done. What pisses people off, that's gotten people really into the spot, is the money she's made. Again, $2 million in just days with her account. And then the biggest thing she did was she put out a pay-per-view. Listen, if she can get the money, why not? Okay, she did it. This is one of those things where, it definitely pissed off a lot of people in the community, the sex workers community, that were, as always, as I said, we already knew there was going to be issues when it came to certain people that were going to come on the OnlyFans and how they were going to be affected. But with the link to the pandemic, some celebrities have chosen to get on here. So Cardi B, Black China, a bunch of Instagram influencers have made their way on board, and they're charging quite a bit. And for Bella Thorne, she knows she can command the kind of money she's asking for, from $16 a month to $102 for every 6 months, and people are going to buy into it. It's the frivolous discretionary spending that these guys, I'm just saying it because it's true. There are probably guys that will use this money if they went to a strip club, or they would buy videos from a girl, or they would buy another OnlyFans account. All these guys that are probably buying into this, or girls, can't go and dissuade girls. some of them probably make a little bit of income and they have some discretionary that they can't use right now. They can go to the bar, can go to the club. They might want to just get their jollies off. They go look at her. They're going to see, well, what's the next thing that Bella's going to do for me? Because it's almost like a person-to-person experience. It's like, Bella is my girl. She's like my girlfriend. I almost look at her virtually like that. That's the idea. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the people out there are doing this kind of idea. So she's playing up to that. And she knows. They followed her from Disney Channel all the way to now. And they looked at her movies. They'll buy her movies even though they might not be good. Or they could be okay. I don't know. But obviously, we know that guys will get instant crushes on women they see on TV. Especially when they're celebrities. When they're unattainable. When we know we can't get to them, we'll never get a Bella Thorne in our lives, right? We could say that, there's some guys that want to get a girl that looks like her. She's like the fantasy because she's been portrayed as that. We look at where it is, and there's a portrayal. There is a thought process that guys will have. So they do that. And with that said, she goes ahead and then puts together, I think it was a $200 pay-per-view because she charged $200 for a video for people to go ahead and buy. And what was on there, she had promised people she was going to be on there naked. And she wasn't. So there we go. It's like, what are you going to do about that? So what she did then again, set her price $20 a month for subscription to her feed. And I want to get to the part where she started talking about the pay. Oh, here we go. So a couple of things came on here. Now, Vulture talked about the story over the last couple of days. Said Bella Thorne broke OnlyFans. No, not like that. So Madison Malone Kircher from Vulture.com, she mentions the point and says this. So first of all, the ire of the likes of Aussie Rachel, sex worker and OnlyFans creator, told Rolling Stone about the rise of celebrities joining the platform spells doom for the sex workers who rely on it for income and are not, say, high-profile, former Disney Channel stars with ample revenue streams at their disposal. Now, the question is, has Bella Thorne worked in porn before? Well, she did direct Her and Him for Pornhub in 2019. It even won an award. But not long after joining OnlyFans, she told the LA Times she'd done it as research for a film role. She's been working with director Sean Baker, who directed Tangerine and the Florida Project, and said she would be dividing her profits between funding her production company and charity donations. So she used her looks, her body, and put herself into an adult project to finance other entrepreneurial ventures. Smart girl. So, again, for her to use this, if it's available, I can't knock her for doing this. If she decided to go this route, what are you going to say? I mean, the sex workers, you're talking about there's professionals that they are, but then when you find a woman that is a celebrity like this that can use her celebrity status, yeah, she's going to do it. So some of the sex workers did get out on Twitter and got very vocal. James Imbrogno says, no statement, apology. This is literally like someone's income, girl. Natasha, with 3 A's and 2 S's, says, with a J as well, she's never going to actually know what it's like for real sex workers. The stigma, the risk of not having certain job opportunities, the actual work you have to put into it, etc. It's so fucking insulting. LOL. Meanwhile, there's people who are trying to survive. I don't get it. One more, an OnlyFans account holder, the 666 MILF, says if Bella Thorne wanted to actually experience what it's like being a sex worker, she could have disguised herself, made a fake name, bought an iPhone 7, and started from scratch, just like the majority of all sex workers had to do. Now, the question was, did she charge $200 for a single nude photo? So it was a pay-per-view nude, supposedly, for $200. Pay-per-view message is exactly what it sounds like. Content you share via message for your fans pay to view. Creators can set their price and can choose to send them to individual followers or to all their followers at once. So there was a screenshot of what appears to be a chat between OnlyFans Junior and Thorne, who confirms the photo is naked. So when she got a message, she put out a video and it said unlock for $200. So they clicked on it. And I automatically remember when these pictures are locked in, you you can then click on it and your credit card is already locked into that account and already following that page, which automatically rededucts every month. So if you hit that $200 button, even if you mean to by mistake, you will get charged and you will get the content. And that's how it is. So then as a result, changes were made by OnlyFans in order to do a little damage control. Due to Bella Thorne scamming her fans, someone named Freylu said on Twitter, in a $200 pay-per-view message, OnlyFans has now introduced changes to all creators rather than restricting her account. There's now a 30-day payout as opposed to, I think it was, 14 days to get paid out? Now payouts are out to 30 days, but actually YouTube does that. As a matter of fact, even though I'm not a YouTube content creator that gets monetized, I know that the 30-day rule isn't actually a fact. $100 maximum tip and a $50 maximum post price. Why can't we have nice things? Well, again, this is where we hope that honestly, I think this is actually a good thing because of the fact that I don't want to have all this content be put behind a paywall, right? And I don't want people to be all consuming adult content on the internet. Get out and go fucking, will you people? Go out and go have sex. Okay, I know the pandemic is still scaring people up, but seriously, we should be making ourselves get back to where we want to actually have sex and have sexual relations with other people, however you prefer, right? But that's what we should get back to physical interaction. Like the whole idea of this happening, first of all, for her to go and do this, it doesn't hurt her at all. Again, she is doing certain things to help bring in income to her project, her production company, and other things. And so for her to piss some people off, it's going to be those that are kind of have followed to help pump up her career. But again, she did apologize. That just recently came out. So we do have that to go and talk about that. So here's what happens. The most recent news is Bella Thorne apologizes to her OnlyFans viewers. So she explained that her original goal had been to remove the stigma behind sex work, and the negativity that surrounds the word sex itself by bringing a mainstream face to it, and as well help bring more faces to the site to create more revenue for content creators in the site. She says, quote, "Again in this process, I hurt you, and for that I'm truly sorry." In response to the OnlyFans policy change that followed her debut, she wrote, "I'm meeting with OnlyFans about the new restrictions to find out why." Thorne did not address her earlier claim that she created her OnlyFans account in collaboration with director Sean Baker, who vehemently denied working with Thorne on such projects on Saturday. She finished her thoughts by encouraging OnlyFans users to please send me your links and a pic so I can promote you guys. I can see where she's trying to come off and say, okay, it is where young, impressionable Bella Thorne, who normally wouldn't do things like this, for her to bring herself over there, she thought that will actually encourage more people to get onto OnlyFans, to encourage more interaction, more adoption, I guess. I can see where that's coming from. But again, what I know for sure is that she put the wool over people. This is quite a brilliant trick she did. I can't knock what she did here. She pulled off a pretty fucking genius thing here by taking advantage of the guys out there. And for the guys out there, this should be a lesson to all of you. To go ahead and just say, okay, you want to go ahead and like see Bella Thorne in all her glory, you expect her to just go ahead and do that. You think it's like you're entitled to that. But then you are paying the money to go ahead and see all of this. And I'm like, well, you know, what's going to happen is, you know, you might not get what you want to wish for. And this kind of thing would happen. So you decided to go this route, and you might have just screwed some people over, but sure. But I know you don't like the idea that this happened, but what are you going to do? These guys or these gals, they got simped. And this is where simping can hurt. It's a lesson learned. That's what it really is. I think that's more important than anything else. I think if you realize that, you guys need to go and realize, quit trying to go ahead and find your jollies. Like, again, Pornhub has a lot of free content. If you really need to go find something, there you go. But for those guys and gals that want to go ahead and subject themselves, okay, you're going to do it anyway. Some of you are going to do it online, so have at it. Enjoy yourselves. But if you don't want to get screwed over, you don't jump in. You would hope to go ahead and get ourselves past this pandemic, get back to real life, get back to the bars, get back to the nightclubs, get back to the concerts, and go find somebody to screw. That's what we should get back to, is to actually getting together with people. Okay? Because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of beautiful women, and don't get me wrong, Bella Thorne is an attractive woman. There's a lot of attractive girls, and I guarantee you, especially where I'm at in South Florida, I could find a number of girls that look like Bella Thorne or better than Bella Thorne anywhere around. And I'm sure you guys can do the same thing in your neighborhoods. Keep that in mind. Take this as a lesson learned. And for those of you that paid $200 to see her naked, wow. I mean, come on. You got to do better than that. And I'll talk to you next time.